Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's October 1st as I'm filming this today, so happy October everybody. I am so happy to be in fall season. Fall is my favorite season of the year because I'm basic. I love a little bit of chilly weather. I love a good pumpkin spiced anything. I get so excited that Christmas is around the corner because I'm such a kid at heart. It's also my favorite makeup season because we get to play a little with a little bit more is more kind of makeup, and that's my kind of vibe. So I'm so excited to share with you today all of my favorite products that I have been loving through the month of December. Through the month of September. See, I'm so excited for December. Through the month of September. Today, I'm going to show you how to get this super beautiful toasty fall makeup look using all of the best products to do so. We'll go over some of my new updated favorites. And without further ado, let's get on into it. First off, y'all, I cannot lie. Starting off strong with this foundation, every time I wear this foundation, I can't believe my skin is my skin. This is so much more full coverage than I'm usually used to. We've really been into all of the clean girl makeup and barely there, and I've been taking such good care of my skin so that I can wear less makeup. And while I've been very proud of that and I love that look, when you have good skin and then you put on a really good filtering, flawless, going to cover every perfection foundation, I mean, the result in the mirror is just mind-blowing, and it's such a pick-me-up, and I love this foundation. This is the newly reformulated Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and it really does beautifully go all over the skin. I will say, because I have dry skin, this is a more matte-leaning foundation. For my dry skin girlies out there, I mixed it today with the Rhode Glazing Milk. You can mix this with any other glowy foundation. Obviously, any version of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter looks beautiful. It does not break up this foundation. It just glides on so effortlessly. It looks the most like skin with the most amount of coverage that I have seen in quite a long time. I actually think it wears really well throughout the day. Once your oils start peeking through just a little bit, I think it looks even more beautiful. You look even more perfected while looking like you're in a fragrance ad. I basically just can't stop reaching for this. I've had so much acne the past month. This is really the only thing I wanted to grab for. I can't lie. I've used this way more than I've used any other foundation product this month. A much more affordable product that I cannot stop reaching for is the Morphe Creamy Bronzer Stick in the shade Flicker. Oh my gosh, y'all. These are truly the most beautiful, buttery, they just glide on your skin things ever. Not only, I think the shade range is beautiful. This is such a great, could be a contour, could be a bronzer type color for me, but they feel like absolute nothing. They are a cream, but this feels like I'm blending out my skin. It doesn't feel like a thick cream sitting on top of my skin. And they blend out to just therefore be the most skin-like looking bronzer I have ever used with the least amount of effort. It does not pick up the foundation underneath, and I cannot stop reaching for this over any other cream bronzer in my entire collection. All I want to use is that because it is so easy to blend out. It does not take any effort. It's very hard to go in with too much, and it's travel size friendly. It's affordable. I can't say enough good things about this product. This gets a complete 10 out of 10, no notes from me. No notes. Please go and pick up one. Along a similar vein, this is the Morphe Shapelifter Mini Contour Stick, or Micro Contour Stick, I should say. And this is exactly what it says, and I have been loving. It's a beautiful shade. It blends out seamlessly. I've got it as my nose contour today, and I love how precise you can get. I also love this for actually drawing on or under my lips, and it gives you such a beautiful natural contour that is not as heavy or warm as a bronzer stick. And I think it is phenomenal. I cannot stop using both of those products every single day. So I had to let you guys in on that. For the blush category, it is one of my favorite categories in makeup. So I've got quite a few to share with you, but they really do a lot of different things. They have a lot of different finishes. So I'm going to go through my fall lineup of blushes for you, and you can kind of listen and pick and see which one you might think really caters to your likes and your needs. So first of all, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the Rhode Pocket Blushes. They are now sold in Sephora, which is really exciting. So that makes them a little more accessible. And the particular shades Freckle, Toasted Teddy, and Sleepy Girl are such beautiful fall tones Freckle is what I'm wearing today. It's going to be a little bit more peachy and pumpkin spicy. Toasted Teddy is going to be a little bit more burnt, a little bit more cool toned, as well as Sleepy Girl is going to be like your cool toned pink. So these are beautiful for any kind of toasted berry, a little bit more peach or a little bit more pink leaning. I've got you covered in those colors. They're gorgeous. They blend on so nicely. Again, for anybody who has dry skin like me, these are so beautiful because they give such a plumping, hydrating look to the skin, and they really blend out so easily. I've also got a little bit on my lips, so you can use it for lipstick as well. If you have oily skin, you're going to want to definitely set over these for sure, or they will fade throughout the day. But the colors you cannot beat for fall. I think they're so unique and beautiful. Almost every single one of my Patrick Ta collection blushes are so fall appropriate. I just love all of these really warm kind of tones, but this one in particular, I have been reaching for so many times this month. This is the shade Oh She's Different, and it's like a beautiful berry. It really just complements so much of like my warm olive green eyes skin tone. So for anybody that kind of has something like that, a berry is going to look so beautiful on you. But really, a berry looks good if you have a deeper skin tone. Incredible. And frankly, I think berry is one of the better skin tones on any skin tone, whether you're cool, light toned. A light wash of this is going to be really beautiful. Just find your right berry tone, or if you're really deep skin tone. So this color has been on repeat for me. Another blush that I cannot put down, truly. This is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Whipped Lip and Cheek color. And this one is beautiful in terms of just getting like a blurred effect. This is something that I think is going to be so gorgeous for somebody who really has a lot of trouble building up color, but maybe has like acne all over your cheeks. And so I'm always looking for something to blur that area, especially when I get those breakouts. These I think are so gorgeous. They give that Korean kind of just cloud-like skin texture, which is quite nice and different in a market where everything is just plumping and juicy, which I love. But these have really been fantastic, and they blend out really nicely, which is hard to do in a formula that really wants to stick there. You do have to blend kind of quickly, so maybe even do one cheek at a time. But I do think these are lovely. I think the colors are beautiful, and I can't lie, I've been using it a lot. I did not predict that this was going to be my favorite, I think, blush launch of 2025, especially for a stick. This is like my prized possession. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick, and I've got mine in the shade Rosy Glow. Not only do I think this is the most perfect pink color to ever come out ever. It's enough pink, but not too pink, but kind of dusty rose, but kind of warm. It's just, it's got a really healthy glow. It blends so well. This I convinced my mother to buy, and this is the only thing she uses. I also got her to buy Patrick Ta right beforehand, and she was like, I wish I didn't buy that because this is the only thing she uses, and she blends this out with her fingers every day on bare skin. Beautiful. Truly no notes. The packaging is stunning, and I think Charlotte Tilbury knocked it out of the park with this entire line. So this is my new baby. Okay, but I saved the best for last. The most worn blush combo that I have worn, I'm not kidding you, every single day for the past 2 weeks is drugstore, and it's these two right here. This is the NYX Fat Cheeks in the shade Fig Fizz, and this is gorgeous. It is the most beautiful, natural, almost dusty colored pink, but it's not cool toned. It's a warm toned dusty pink. And I love this. It feels like water on the skin. Now, everybody says that with the packaging, if you dump this upside down, it will spill everywhere. I think that's the case, but I've never tested that because I don't want to. So be wary of that, but it's an affordable blush that I cannot put down. I love it. And this goes on top of this right here. I picked up all three shades of the Jelly Blush Lip and Cheek Stain from Revolution Beauty. Oh my gosh. Never have I put something on my cheeks that looks the most like blended and yet not thick and heavy on my skin ever. So these blend out beautifully. Do not go straight on your cheeks. Mistake. Use a little brush, pick some product up on the back of the brush, and then apply it to your cheek. Because it's so watery thin, because it's a stain, your skin really just looks like it's evenly, beautifully flushed, and you don't have like a cream product on top of your makeup. I can't get enough, truly. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Lastly, from the drugstore, this is not new, but these are truly my favorite formula, just in a cream blush at the drugstore ever. If you've not tried some of the Milani Cheek Kiss blushes, I've got all 3 shades, and these are beautiful for fall. This one is a little more of like your regular rosy mauve, and this one is more of your berry. If you want a beautiful cream that is not going to enhance texture, that looks bouncy, but is really like a heavy duty cream that is going to show up on your skin. Another thing I haven't been able to put down all month is the new Morphe. What are these? They're these Solo Artist Priming Cream eyeshadow bases. And I have one in the shade Mixtape, and I have another one that's like a lighter, just like lid color. I have hooded eyelids, and my eyelids therefore constantly crease, no matter what cream I've ever put on them ever. The most bizarre thing in the world to me is if I put this on, it doesn't crease, even though it's wet and I haven't set it. It is the most mind-boggling thing to me. It's thicker and a little drier than a cream eyeshadow because it's actually supposed to be a priming base, but it blends out like one. I have tried blending this with a heavy packer brush and patting it onto the lid, and then I've also blended it out using a fluffy brush in the crease, and it works both ways. And that's what makes this product so amazing, is that you can kind of use it whichever way you need to. It does not crease. The colors are beautiful, natural for a lot of different skin tones. The packaging is heavy and luxe, and it's just so easy. I've been using it every day because it's just so quick. It's like throwing my bronzer in the crease, but it takes less time because the pigment is more even and already there. So I love this. This is not new, but these colors in here scream fall to me. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette, and it's got a whole bunch of these warm, pumpkin-y, rosy kind of tones in here. And his eyeshadows are just beautiful. They are so pigmented, they're so creamy, they're so blendable. We kind of get it. But I think calling back to, if you've already got that palette, pull it out again. I think it's a really nice reminder that as we shift seasons, maybe something we haven't picked up in a while in our own collection, we can pick up again. I also thought about, I have the Tarte Toasted palette. Again, really great if you want that like pumpkin-y orange kind of look. That's a great one to go to. But if I want some pizzazz to my eyes, wow, oh wow. Danessa Myricks with her Color Fix Sticks really did that thing. This is something special, and I have every eyeshadow glitter in the book. And every time I put this on, I think it can't be that much better than the last sparkle, but I am so beyond shocked every time. I think this is such a beautiful color. I have the color Celeste and Nova, which is the only one I have because they are pricey, but I've been able to incorporate this in almost any eye look I want, which is why I love this color. So I promise you, you will not regret this if you pick it up. Her packaging is always my favorite thing in the entire world. It's so innovative. It is so travel friendly. It comes magnetic like this. So you can either take one, you can take both. You can just, if you need to fold it up in a different way, you can. I love this. What can I say? I'm wearing this all over my eyes today, and I can't stop staring at my eyes. Okay, so for powder bronzers, neither of these are new, but I have 2 of them to share with you that I've been using all month, and they could not be more different in price, but it just is what it is. I'm just being honest with you of what I've reached for. So first of all, I have got the very classic, mine is very old, butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I saw this in the back of my drawer, and I was like, I should pick that up again, and I was correct. Not only does it smell like tropical Tropicana coconuts and fun stuff, it's a classic bronzer for a reason. It really does feel like butter. I'm not kidding you. They don't have the shade name because mine was literally the only shade that it had when I first picked this up so many years ago. So it actually doesn't even have the shade, but this is the OG shade. And frankly, swatching this now, it's so funny that I noticed that that is just too light for me. But I think that's why I've loved it, is because I've been able to build it up and be really precise with it. And I was getting a little overwhelmed with all of my bronzers being too orange, too red brick. It just was not looking good. I was looking muddy. And so when I went back to this, it warmed me up somehow without looking like that. So that's why it's such a great bronzer. I have mentioned this before on my channel and I will say it again. I know this is pricey, but it is worth it and it should be for that amount of money. But that's beside the point here because I've already bought it and I love it. So I cannot stop using this. And what's bizarre to me is I'm one of those people that if I love something and it's really expensive, I have a horrible hoarding mentality and I will only save it for special occasions. I've been so addicted to the way this looks that I will wear this around the house with nowhere to go because I just don't want to reach for anything else. This looks so beautiful on my skin. This is the best example I can think of a red brick warm toned bronzer that doesn't look like you've got orange spray tan on certain parts of your face. It is just the perfect color. And as you can see in the swatch, it doesn't come out that red brick as it does in the pan. It blends so beautifully. There's something about my skin that looks like skin when I use this. It's not quite as glowy as like the Hourglass bronzer, and it's not quite fully matte, even though it looks matte in the pan. It just looks more like a satin finish on the skin. It blurs over my skin and I love it so much. Weirdly, this has been one of those months where I repicked up the Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Feathery. Now, I have got, unfortunately, embarrassingly, quite a few of these in different colors because I kept going back to the store going, this oxidizes on me or something, or I didn't pick up the right shade or whatever. So I really realized that I am the fairest of the fair that can be, and I need the lightest shade in anything possible powder. And I thought, nah, I need light. But anyway, this has kind of been darker and I've been trying to figure out how I can get my money's worth out of this darker shade, especially while I've got a little bit of summer glow going on, so it doesn't go to waste. This has been the only thing I've used to set the perimeter of my face for an entire month every single day. So if I'm not brightening under my under eye, I'm using this powder. It not only keeps my skin looking so cloud set, so feathery, so light, so still light reflecting without looking greasy. I love it. I will say this is not the most long lasting powder ever because it is not suck all the oil away from your face matte, but it is so beautiful. And for every day, it's so easy for me to just do. I am such a pressed powder person because the meticulousness of doing a loose powder, I love the way a loose powder looks. Don't get me wrong, probably better. But for application, for every day, for quick, for ease of use, it's got to be a pressed powder that I can just swirl a brush in and slap on my face. And this is what I've been going to every day. It looks beautiful. Like I said, I set the perimeters of my face here and I love it. My skin still looks like skin throughout the day. And then I've got like a blurred section where my pores are, where I use a pressed powder. So there you go. Okay, so for powder blush, I've kind of just been using like whatever because I love my powder blushes so much and I love playing around with different ones. I'm testing out a few right now as we speak, but I wanted to give you some options that are the best, like toasty, warm, fall vibes kind of colors that I think are really great to pick up and are kind of under talked about sometimes. So the first one I'm going to mention from Fenty Cheeks, and this is the shade Bakin Cakes. It's a really beautiful, really unique shade. It's a darker kind of terracotta color. It just kind of gives you like a little bit of warmth to your cheeks that isn't straight up brown bronzer. It's really nice to have in your arsenal in a world full of reds and pinks. Second that I think is truly unique, if you really don't want to use a highlighter, which I don't have a highlighter on today, this is truly just a mix of this blush. This is the Extra Dimension blush by MAC in the shade Fairly Precious. It's the best of both worlds, I think, because the color is very natural. It's almost skin tone peach, but then it has this beautiful shifty highlightery blush topper look to it. And that's what I use it for, is I'll use it for kind of like a pretty good amount blush topper. And I don't need highlighter and it just looks like my skin is so plump because you can't tell where the blush and the highlighter ends. And so I think these are really, really good call outs to remind you that they are there and they exist and they're great. I could go on. I love my powder blush collection, but just to give you an affordable option, the Morphe Cheek Palette Cheek Thrills in the shade After Party. Again, so freaking stunning. You won't believe how beautiful this highlighter is. You're going to be like, what? How is that? I mean, this highlighter looks exactly like the MAC blush. Oh, you know what I should do? I should put this highlighter over my cheeks and then put the MAC blush on someday. I'm gonna do that. And then another shade I've been grabbing from the drugstore a lot is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Berry Amore. I just swirled all this around to mix, but it's a beautiful berry mixed with gold undertones. And it's got a little bit of mauve in it, but it kind of comes off this like just beautiful peach. Those are really good options if you're looking for an affordable one from the drugstore. Highly recommend. I gotta tell you, this mascara has been in my arsenal all month because my lashes just went through one of those cycles where they all fell out. And I really wanted something that brought them kind of back to life, made them thicker, made them longer in kind of an extreme way because they weren't really there most of the month. And that's why I would grab for this. So if you're looking for like, I want falsies, basically, I'm not afraid of drama. I want drama on my lashes. I want people to know I have them. Then I would definitely pick this up. It just goes on super quickly, and which means that it's very pigmented once you get it on your eyes. It doesn't take a lot of building up, which makes it quick. And so I have been really loving for this and reaching for it most days this month. I also gotta give a shout out to the concealer that I've been using all month as well, which is the TIRTIR Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer. I most of the time go in with a cream concealer to cover up acne, and then I will go in with a liquid under my eyes because it's more hydrating. And this has both in one. So I cannot stop using this. I think the hydrating end is so hydrating, and unlike their original cushion foundation, this does not oxidize on me, which is great. Hello, thank you. It keeps its brightness, but also it's way thinner. It's way easier to work with for an everyday, less than full coverage makeup look, which makes it so versatile. So been loving this. Gotta give a shout out there for sure. Okay, so for my lip combo today, I have on quite a few things, but I have on first one of the NYX Line Loud lip liners, and this is the color Total Baller. And this is just a really gorgeous, like terracotta, but it's not dark brown color. It really doesn't have any mauves in it though. It doesn't have any reds in it. It's just a true lighter brown, and I love this color. This goes on so well, and they really stay there. So I've been reaching for this all the time. I don't know why it took me so long to try these, but these are incredible. They are so creamy. They are so comfortable. They're long lasting. You can also put them all over your lip and they will stay there all day. It has truly been fantastic having this. I have zero regrets. I use it and reach for it all the time. So I have this on today, and then I put a little bit of freckle in the middle of my lips, and then surprisingly, I said I wasn't gonna like this in my video, but I love the color so much I've been reaching for it every day, and the packaging. This is the Morphe Lip Filter in the shade Petal. And again, this is just like the most like nudie, pinky, perfect nude lipstick ever. And it looks great, gives me such a nice amount of color. And the packaging is so nice that even though I don't really like bullet lipsticks, I love using this one. I've kind of been addicted to it. What can I say? I really want you to see in this clip the difference my lips go from being so dry looking. Naturally, I don't have lip filler in my lips, clearly. So they have a lot of natural lines in them and everything. And I want you to see what this gloss does when I put it on. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Fair Medium Big Lip Plumpgasm. Her names are so long, y'all. I cannot. But anyway, as this goes on, not only is it the most perfect nude color, which is her specialty, she does that great, but all of a sudden, all those lines on my lips just get, whoop, they just get plumped and filled up, and your lips look so beautiful and so juicy. This is the perfect topper, or you can wear it alone, to any lip combo. I love these. I also have the shade Dark, and I think that is beautiful if you want like a vampy natural lip for fall that isn't too loud and in your face. I cannot recommend those enough. Bear with me, we're almost done. But the other lip products I want to give a shout out to is, again, this Morphe Liner. This is in the shade Signature. And their lip pencil is just, it's just a good classic. It's just a classic pencil liner that just works really well, but the color is so nice. It blends out so well. It's not too creamy that it just smudges right off. I must like it a lot because I've been reaching for it quite a lot. And then because we've headed into fall, the other colors I'm reaching for is the Maybelline Lifter Liner. Oh my gosh, I've used this so much. in the shade Let's Bounce. This is going to be your true dark brown. This is going to be beautiful for lining a darker vampy lip, just bringing out some dimension if you have a nude. And so I can't get enough of this. The formula is incredible. It's so long lasting. It's so creamy. It is truly one of the best ones at the drugstore, period. Or actually at all, period. So I highly recommend you pick up some of these if you're looking, but especially this one for fall going into vampy season. Great. And then I can't lie, I've got 3 of the shades. I've got 2 with me right now, but I've got 3 of the shades of the Ulta Beauty automatic lip liners, and I like a lip liner that twists up. I hate sharpening. Sometimes I don't have a sharpener. You know, I'm lazy. So I love a lazy girl, help me out. And they've got all these beautiful colors from, I've got spice here, mocha, and then I've got another one that's a little more mauve. And I think these colors are so perfect for fall. They last really well. They've got a very fine tip, so they're really good for precise lining. I use them constantly and they are such a great price. I had to give them a shout out because I don't think Ulta Beauty gets enough hype. Truly, their makeup products are bomb. I used to work at Ulta. I recommended their stuff all the time and we didn't like get anything extra. I just really liked their products. A really interesting one from the drugstore. If you have not tried the Maybelline Superstay Teddy Tints, they are so comfortable. They are like a plush marshmallow for your lip. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this to go on. They are gorgeous. Now, they don't have a lot of staying power, but you can easily blur them around and move them. And this is like a really intimidating color at first, and then it just goes on so nicely. So all over the lip for a more cool toned lip with a cool toned eye, this is such a great color. I've also used this to just outline the outer parts of my lips like a liner because it's a gorgeous darker color. So I've been using this 24/7. Cannot get enough. And then last but not least, it wouldn't be a fall video without the amazing Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. And this is in the shade Iced Coffee. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but I love these. There are so many good drugstore alternatives. There really are. And one of my favorite ones is Essence. The price difference is stupid. And this is freaking phenomenal. But this smells so good. So depends. I mean, you know, if you got like a $20 gift card from Sephora and you're like, what can I buy from that? You know, you'll still have some money you'll have to pay leftover, which is ridiculous. But I can't help it. I really love them. And if you've got $5, go ahead and pick these up. Sorry, I don't know if I said what this was. This is the Essence Super Peptide Glossy Lip Treatment. So I think this is kind of more of a take on Rhode's Glossy Lip Treatment than Summer Fridays, but this really, I mean, like, no notes. This is gorgeous. I love it, but I wish you could smell the iced coffee through, like, it would be like a little gift for you because it's just like the most, ooh, just, oh my gosh. It smells so good. It smells so good. And I am a sucker for things that smell really good. So it's up my alley. Okay, y'all. Thanks for sitting with me through that. Happy month of October to you and fall season and all the good festivities. So I hope you grabbed your own matcha or your own pumpkin spice latte and sat with me through all of these products. I've got so many more fun things to come. We've got the Sephora sale coming up. I have got the whole entire Wicked collab coming and I cannot wait to show y'all and test it out with you. So that video is going to be coming very soon. I'm also going to be putting so many products and a speed reviews that I've been trying to get to you. So a huge speed reviews will be coming really, really soon. It's so nice to be back. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in my cozy corner of the internet where we all try to live life a little more beautifully every day. I hope to see you in the next one.